Good morning, everyone. This is Jackie with Paper Cuts, and I'm coming today to share with you some circle pockets, inspiration from Wendy's journal adventure. And Wendy just does these incredible journals that are so pristine and just very polished and clean, and she does a lot of vintage, and I just love her work. Anyway, she was sharing this morning on YouTube her Christmas journals, and she showed one of her circle pockets, and I had forgotten. I watched how she made them a long time ago and just never did it. So today I'm here, and we're gonna I'm gonna share how she does it, how I do it, and it's using up scraps, of course. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe down below. Leave a comment if you can. So the dog barked. I paused you for a minute. I'm sorry. So let me share with you what I'm going to do. I'm using a 2.5 circle punch, 2.5 inch. And I got this from Stamp It Up. It's one of their newer ones, I think. I went ahead and cut all my circles out beforehand because I didn't think you wanted to watch me punch everything. So if you don't have a 2.5 inch punch, you can always take a jar or a cup or something and draw around a circle, make a template, and then cut your circles. I'm just not very good at cutting circles. So I got the punch. I'm going to set that aside because we're not going to use it. Hold on, the dog's going off again. Okay, sorry about that again. Then I'm going to use 1.25 inches to cut out a little half circle on the pocket part. You'll see when I get there. Here are my pre-cut 2.5 inch circles, and I used some scrapbook paper. I used some graph paper and some packaging wrap paper. It is a little bit thinner, so we're going to glue them together and make them a little stronger. You can always use crafting paper. I just had some of this scrap wrapping paper for packaging to my left, so I thought I'd just pull those out. So these are the circles. You're going to need some 3-in-1 glue, art glitter glue, Scotch glue, Elmer's glue, whatever kind of glue you use. And then, of course, a pair of scissors. So let's get started. Oh, and distress ink. I use vintage photo. That's up to you. You can ink with anything that color you like. I have like 10 different colors of the Tim Holtz Ranger distress ink, but do you think that I venture out? Oh, not much. So I'm going to lay down first my bases, and then I'm going to figure out what paper I want to use to do my half circles with. I have these, I'm going to move up just a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. And I think I'm going to cut half circles with these. I like this one because it has like a little label on it. And then this one I think I'm going to use on that. So there's 3. We'll do the first 3 together, and then if we want to keep going, if our time allows us, we'll do more. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut my circle in half. Now, because this is a 2.5 inch circle, it's going to be about 1.25 inches. I eyeball my stuff. You don't have to. It's up to you. But I'll cut one. This one I'm going to fold. Here. let's get things organized here so you can see me, because I'm working pretty low. This one I'm just going to fold in half because the graph paper is a little thinner, and I want to make sure when I put my tag in my pocket that the paper doesn't tear or isn't flimsy at the edge. So we're going to glue this down. And then this one, it's upside down. You can use it if you want. Because I'm going to do a little embellishing on these, it's not going to matter. So I'm going to put this circle back and use this one. So now each circle has a little tuck spot, pocket. So first I'm going to glue down my graph paper. Let's make sure it's open today. Me and my glue issues, right? Hope everybody's doing well. It's Sunday morning, and I forgot to RSVP for church this morning. So therefore I couldn't go. But I will watch it online today. So I know they usually, I think, film it Saturday night. I don't know. So yeah. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. Now I'm going to get really close to the edge here of the circle part so that I know that it stays together. And then I'm just pitching it closed. So each one of these is going to get a half circle cut out here so that when we put our little tag in there, you can see that. And usually I leave these on a whole page, but I didn't today. So as you can see, I'm just putting it in a little bit. I don't need a big, huge cutout. So I'm just going to punch it. This punch with thinner paper doesn't work too well. It's very old. So I see where it was supposed to punch, but it did not. So I'm just going to take my scissors and go around that edge a little bit. It doesn't look very good, does it? And then we'll cut this one out just a little bit more. Okay, so not so good, but anyway, then we're going to take our full circle. And then we're just going to glue this down, and it's going to make a little tuck spot or pocket. So I just put a little bit of glue on my edge. Make sure that it doesn't, the tag won't go through when I put it in the pocket. And then I just place it down here at the edge, making sure I get it edge to edge. And then once I've done that, then I take my Ranger ink, my distressing, and just go around the edges a little bit. Now you can also do the top of the pocket before you put it on. I didn't on this one. But you can go over it pretty easy. Just go lightly. And there you have it. Then we'll put a little something there when we're done with all the rest of these. So now we're going to do this one. Same thing. I'm going to take my half circle. Just put it in a little bit. And then I hold it on each edge so that when I put it in, I can see where it's going. And I'm just going to do a little bit. The thicker paper works better with my punch, And there you have it. So this one I'm going to ink on the inside of the circle before I put it on. And then re-ink it all the way around once I put it on. So now again, I'm just going to put a little bead of glue around my edge, making sure that it seals when I put it on the bigger circle. And then I'm just going to place it down edge to edge. And then we'll also put a little embellishing there. So just so you can see, excuse me, you can use a smaller circle and make a little tag in there, which is really adorable. And then, or you can use smaller tags, and I have a bunch behind me that I haven't embellished or anything. Depending on where you're putting it at in your junk journal will depend on what kind of tag you use or what size. So here's a notebook tag. Excuse me. I would put some ribbon in the top to match the little pocket, and then it just tucks in there. Or you could use a smaller one. Let's get some itty bitty tags here. I'm trying to reorganize my craft room a little bit. I've been quite inspired by Tina with Shabby Dabby Doodah. She's been doing her cleanups on Friday. Forget what she calls them. That's funny because I watch them every Friday. Well, not on Friday. I watch them Saturday morning. So here's a little circle punch that would make a cute tag. I've got to punch the little holes out on the flower's edge, but I could run some ribbon in it or string in it. And how cute is that? They're just adorable. I think this green one would look really good in this one. How cute. Okay, so we've got one more to do, and then we'll embellish them up a little bit. And see how easy they are? So this one, I'm going to cut my half circle. And you don't have to do the half circle if you don't have a punch. You can just put it down on your bigger circle just like that. I think we'll go ahead and do that. So those of you that don't have punches or whatnot, you can see how to do it. I'm just going to ink this upper edge. Put a little small bead of glue around the round edge. And then I'm going to put it down on my circle. Make sure it's down good. Take my distress ink and distress around the edges. This paper that I used has some glitter. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really beautiful paper. I used it for a trifold envelope folio that I did, and this was what was left over, but oh, I just love it. I like the sparkle. So there you have it. There's 3 pockets. Now we're gonna go ahead and get our tags and put our tags in. I have some white tags, which I'm not real crazy about using white with a dark cream, but we can ink those. I have a little heart that would look cute to tuck in as a tag, as a journaling spot. Here's a different kind of heart. It's a little flimsier, but it also works. So if you're doing them for Valentine's or whatnot, you could use those. I am going to pull out my beige tags, my tiny beige tags, because those are pure white. So I have a little album that has these little like baseball card pockets that I put my tabs in, my stamps in, my labels, and I think I have some little tiny tags. I do. So, I think I'm going to use this size. Not the wedding one, but it was on the back side. So, let me put this away. Here are the little tags that I think actually fit perfect in those pockets. And in the holes, I can use twine. I can use baker's thread. I can use just about anything. So first off, I'm going to take 3 of these, punching out the little hole. It's already been pre-cut. And then we're going to tie some string and put them in there. And then you can see how cute they are. Not that you can't see already, because I know you guys are very creative. So I'm just going to ink the edges on both sides. This paper is that the scrap papers that I use are beige, purple, green, and yellow. So I think I'm going to use thread that pulls out those colors. And I use an embroidery thread sometimes for these little tiny tags for my thread for the hole. Sometimes I use ribbon if I have 16-inch ribbon. Sometimes I use lace. So you can use anything to tie your tags at the end if they have holes in them. Okay, so both sides of those are done. I'm going to take some, I think, purple and yellow and green. So I'm just reaching behind me and pulling out some purple, yellow, and green. And embroidery thread. I have a container. My friend Pam gave me a bunch because she had duplicates. It's just needlepoint thread. So the yellow is going to go with this one. The purple is, oh, that's a little more pink, I guess. So maybe I got to switch that out. And then the green. So I'm just going to put up above which color is going with which. And let me pull a more pink than purple color. And let's see if this goes. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So there you have it. So those are the 3 colors that we're going to use. And I'm just going to cut just enough off of each one to, this is all, there we go, to just tie a little tag at the top. And a little string, I guess. I'm not going to do anything fancy. Just going to fold it in half, tuck it through, make a little loop with my finger, take the 2 other threads that are outside, and pull it. Then I'm going to cut off my little string, a little bit shorter because that's just a little too long. And there's the purple one. How cute. Oh, I love it. It looks like I forgot to ink the outside edge of this one, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then put my little tag back in. So there's one. Allergies have kicked up again. The last 3 days, well, Friday I got a migraine. Saturday I was just coughing up a storm and drainage like galore. Took some allergy meds, didn't work. But, you know, it's that time of year when fall comes up here in the high desert. The breeze also picks up. So there's the green one. Cut off my strings a little bit. And that one will go in that one. And now we'll do the yellow. Taking a sip of my coffee. And I'm trying to get a little more organized here in my craft room. So when I have to pack things up, I can. And it makes more sense. So here's my yellow thread. Just make my little fold. Run it through the end. Pull it through. And then cut my little strings off. So how easy is that? They're all 3 different. I'm probably just going to put a little bit of cheesecloth here and a button. I think that's simplistic enough. And then I have 3 pockets. So I hope you enjoyed watching me today making circle pockets using punch and little mini tags. I hope you are inspired to craft and adventure out a little bit. I also want to thank you for joining me today, and don't forget to subscribe down below. I will try to link Wendy's YouTube channel so that you can find how she does circle pockets with tags. And again, thanks for watching, and God bless.